How y'all doing? This is Mr. Lemba. Welcome to the Brotherhood. Today's topic is women are attracted to bullshit. Now, those of you who know me, I'm not going to go on no bashing, no rants. I just teach the brothers. So I'm here to teach you today another aspect that you may not be realizing when dealing with women. The game that many men have, many of the so-called bad boys have, that you may not have because you're just not full of it. Full of shit, that is. Many times, if not almost every time, women are attracted and they are drawn in by bullshit. And most of the time when men get a lot of women and they have a lot of sex, is because this man's tank of bullshit is on full. His pimp juice, his game, aka bullshit, is on full. Now, we all know it's not very difficult out here to get with women nowadays. We make these videos and brothers gather around to talk and share thoughts and heal each other and strengthen each other because of the lack of good women that we have. Because we deal with bad women all the time. Because the majority of the women that are available are not good women. And that also goes for men who are married to their wives at this very moment, who are finding out that their wives are not very good women. So you may wonder why your life is not at peace with your wife, your girlfriend, your fiance, and if it is your fiance, this is your chance to run. Why you have a hard time getting with women, romantically, emotionally, sexually, in every relation, in every form that a man is supposed to have with a woman, in every aspect, in every way, is not working for you. The reason why is because you are lacking bullshit. Women will complain that they do not want their man to have another woman. Not another woman on the side, not another woman that they know about. They just don't like the idea. But meanwhile, this is the same woman who would go ahead and sleep with a married man. A married man. Because this married man whispered something sweet, they call it, in her ear. This married man told her he would leave his wife for her. This married man told her that he made a mistake, that he truly sees the woman he wants in her. He's feeding her bullshit. But unfortunately, when dealing with women, they like to hear bullshit. They are attracted to bullshit. Now, some women would hear something like this and go, oh, no, that's not true. I would never fall for such a man. I would never fall for such a line. But what she is in denial of is that she have fell for many other stupid lines in different ways. Bullshit. Why do women love bullshit? Why do women love the man who tells her, I cheated on you, but forgive me because that only helped me realize that you are the only woman I need, and I will never do it again. And she feels super special at that moment. Not because this man was loyal, but because he claimed that his cheating experience made him realize that there is no woman more suitable for him in this world than she, the first woman, the main woman, is. But as men, gentlemen, logical creatures, the ones created by God to think and lead with logic, the leaders of mankind, we know that that is bullshit. And the reason that women, our sisters, that we love dearly, that, believe it or not, as much as we might complain, criticize, and call out the bullshit, we actually care for them. We know that they are deeply attracted, deeply craving bullshit. Now, one thing that you may not realize about my channel, about my work for the short amount of time I've been on YouTube, one thing I may not mention often, that if you are careful you will notice, is I am not just trying to warn the brothers of how to avoid trouble. I am not just trying to teach the brothers how to be stronger, better men, and better leaders. How to actually be with the sisters and build something. How to know which sister to pick and choose, and how to live with her and deal with her. There's another aspect. I am also very concerned with the black family as a whole. And that involves the children, the new and upcoming generation. Now, this is sad because most of us here listening, including myself, we are not really old. We are guys in our 20s, 30s, and 40s. Some of us are older. But mainly the demographic is 20s, 30s, and 40s. Some are younger, but mainly from 20 to the 40s. That is not an old demographic. This is an age group that can still learn and better themselves and better their lives. But I am very, very concerned with our children, our nephews and nieces. We have to teach them not to walk into what we walked into, and not to be worse than we are, or not live a worse situation than we are living in. A lot of women may not care for what I'm saying right now. And this is why this channel does not speak to women. But if they are smart, they can learn from this. Because what I am saying will hit them home the minute a woman destroys their son. Many men may want to hate women, but what happens, my brother, when you birth a daughter? This is why we must learn these things, so we may better our children. Teach them early so we may raise a stronger and a better generation. Subscribe. Hit that bell icon. Like and share. Comment, share your thoughts. This is something I think about deeply daily. We as men, we are complaining about how horrible the women are. And we are looking for solutions and better ways to deal with them and go about it. But we must also admit that the women get worse by the days, the months, and the years. The men are quitting. In a sense, that's why a lot of the movements like MGTOW exists, are the men quitting. Using women solely for their instrumental value of sexual pleasure and replication capabilities if you wish to have an heir, a son, a daughter, offsprings. But women's intrinsic values are not searched for because many brothers have believed they are just done, gone, dead, non-existent. And to be honest, they're not wrong. Especially in these Western worlds. These Western worlds, I should say, speaking of all the Western countries. And I can say Western world singular as the entire mentality of the Western world. Now we see why many men in other parts of the world further east, why they refuse to let the American influence, the European, Western European influence dictate and infiltrate their countries. They are saving themselves headaches. They are saving their sons from troubles that would come with that in the future as they become men. And they are saving their daughters from becoming thots, whores, and sluts. Because the truth is, as women behave in these ways, men no longer respect, value, love, cherish, and wed women. Men penetrate women physically only. Men care to have sex with them and bust many nuts. And men leave, making your daughter a whore. Because she will seek the touch of a man again and again and again. Before she know it, she'll be like, well, I only been with 5 men. As you guys might have heard some women say before. As if that is some kind of accomplishment, something to clap their hands about. Women not realizing they should only sleep with one man their entire life. Women who are imprinted by other men and over and over and over again, being passed down to your sons. And when he realizes he has no choice, he marries one of them and hope it works out. Either to just get divorced because the imprint is too strong, or he stays with her and deal with a lot of bullshit because the imprint is still in her. That is the sad reality. And that is why a lot of Eastern countries keep the Western ideologies far away. The Western ideologies have taken away the check and balances of nature. Men and women have natures. They have ways of behaving regardless of personality. In the ancient world, which the Eastern world still practiced that ancient way, had checks and balances for when the sexes are going too far in their nature, when they're living simply as an animal and almost forgetting their intrinsic, transcendent value. The value of the soul and the spirit. The value which is the breath of God himself. Once again, go ahead and subscribe if you have not. Hit that bell icon so we can keep this movement going with knowledge and information. Like the videos, share the videos with friends, families, and acquaintances. Comment, share your thoughts and ideas. Drop video suggestions that you may have. And most importantly, learn from these. No one is looking for the intrinsic value anymore. The women forget and have forgotten the intrinsic value of men, which is to be their leader and guide them through life. Not realizing that the bullshit that men speak to them is not what they're supposed to be seeking. But what they're supposed to be seeking is a man with a vision, a man with wisdom, intuition, a man with ideas that are realistic, a man who is under God or some kind of transcendent knowledge, a man who lives beyond his animal instincts. But she doesn't know that because she have lost the intrinsic view and value that she is supposed to be seeking in a man. Instead, she's attracted to bullshit. If we do not do something drastic, something like not being afraid to be men, regardless of what our society thinks, when we meet a woman, we must lay down the law that we are the man and this is what it will be. Our children will also be attracted to bullshit. As our sons will leave clean covered women to look for half naked women walking around with tattoos, foul language, attitudes, and no home ec skills, no type of family skills, and no type of submissive character. Our sons will soon be attracted to bullshit, as our daughters are attracted to bullshit. Right now, the bigger problem lies with our daughters, and it will be discussed more on our daughters, our sisters, aunts, mothers, the women, because this channel speaks to men, straight men, that is. We have a serious problem, gentlemen, when our women are just purely stuck on bullshit. Recently, a young woman is telling me, young black woman is telling me she knows why this overweight, short, fat white guy, fat, overweight, already stated, had two women fighting over him at the workplace, a Hispanic girl and a black girl. She says he has little good talk game on him. So I wanted to get into her head. So I asked her, what is he saying that is so good that could get women? She said, well, I wouldn't go for him, of course, because he's married. But he told me that he would risk his marriage for me. He told me that he would eat my ass. And in my head, I'm thinking, is that really all it takes to stimulate your mind in your vagina? And this is a woman that is above the age of 32. She's in her 30s. She is precisely a 33-year-old woman. This is sad. Our women are attracted to bullshit. They love when the guys tell them fake things like, I will make the heavens come down to earth for you. Our women live in an R&B song. They think that their life will end like a Tyler Perry script, where they can do anything and whore around and a man will marry them at the end and they will be happy. Now, do not get me wrong. There will be simps and simps will marry them, but they will not be happy. because a simp is not a real man, and she's still going to crave one. That is truly sad, that she will never be fulfilled with a man because her craving for bullshit have destroyed her at the core of her person. Let us try to save our children from bullshit. Let us try to not let this continue into the next generation. And that is why my technique, I believe, works, which is do not even entertain women who is not up to par with the teachings that I give. Women who do not deserve you. Women who are with a bunch of kids. Women who do not believe that losing their virginity before marriage was actually a detrimental thing. Now, I'm not saying your wife will be a virgin or your woman will be a virgin, even though she should be. But you need to know that the woman that you would believe that she should have been. You should not have to hear the talk that, well, everyone makes mistakes. This is not a woman who is regretting, who is actually letting her mind transcend to a level where she can break the impact, the imprint of the first man. Even though that is damn near impossible to do. Because women were not designed to be with multiple men. Not at the same time, and not one after another. They were not designed to ever sleep with two or more men, which I will get into later. I will teach you what no one else is really getting into when it comes to a woman being imprinted. You need a woman who could at least admit that that was a detrimental thing. And she needs to live at her most humble state before you as her king. So she makes sure that her imprint stays in check. Regardless if she had an orgasm with the first man or not. Because most of you men don't really understand how the imprint works. Assuming you ever heard of the imprint at all. Because she's been imprinted by a man who spewed out bullshit. Because her mother didn't know how to warn her of the bullshit. Her father didn't know or didn't even want to think that his daughter would ever have sex. He thinks she would always be his little girl. Until someone spread her legs and laid it down on her. The realistic things that we need to think of that we are ignoring. Thinking that our children will never have sex. We don't want to think about it. I believe Brother O'Shea had a video about that recently. I believe it's called Your Daughter Will Be Someone Else's Thought. Get over it. I haven't watched that video yet because I really don't follow much of the brothers on YouTube too much, but once in a while I'll see one of their videos and I'll check it out. I know they're doing the good work. But if I'm thinking correctly of where that video is going, it's pretty much what I've been saying forever. Don't feed your own self bullshit. Feed yourself the truth. Your kids will have sex. Your son will fuck, and your daughters will get fucked. Just make sure that they are with a good woman, and she is with one and good man. Not plenty. Because if you teach them properly, we can save them from bullshit. The same bullshit we're eating up as a man, because as men, we never taught our daughters, and mothers didn't know to teach their daughters. So their daughters are all attracted to bullshit. And as a result, the good men get bullshit. And then some of you guys love the bullshit because you are the hopeless romantic janitor that cleans up every mess any woman makes. I truly hope that your eyes are open into seeing where I want to take this channel and what I want to do for our children. I truly hope you learn. And if you're a woman listening, I always say, my channel don't speak to women, but you can always learn. If you're attracted to bullshit, it's time you learn reality. And find a man who is truly of truth and not just sweet things in your ears. Sweet bullshit. Shit with sugar on top. Sorry for the graphic visual, but sometimes it's needed. And I hope men are aware of it and not bash yourself when a woman is not attracted to you, don't want you. Many times all it means is that you're not full of shit. You are a stand-up classic man. And it's truly going to take a transcended woman to realize your greatness. Yes, I said it, your greatness. Because the average mediocre woman cannot see it. And most of our women are even less than mediocre, less than average. So don't let her bullshit crush you, my brother. Just because she is attracted to bullshit and does not realize what is truly good and great that is standing right before her. And also, if you're a guy who pick up women using bullshit, you like saying the sweet things all the time, not just a little bit of time, sometimes where there would not be anything wrong with it. And you realize that's what keeps her stimulated, and that is what keeps her attention, keeps her around. Beware and be careful. Because you will not be able to keep that up. And as soon as another man with better and bigger bullshit and fresher bullshit comes around, you will be left without a woman, without a home if you married her, without your children if you had kids with her, and probably on child support. While your little girl and your little boy is in the room next door, hearing their mothers moan and scream and bite into the pillow and scratch the wall and push the backboard. Because some other guy with bigger bullshit, better bullshit than their father, you that is in the other room tearing that ass up. So I want you guys to understand that women are attracted to bullshit. And you need to be aware of this so you don't feel sorry or bad because you cannot get with a chick you like, or walk into a woman who wants you simply for the bullshit that you give and not the intrinsic value that you carry. At the same time, teach our sons and daughters to steer clear of bullshit so we may eliminate it. These things are realistic. They can be achieved if you are willing to put them into practice. If you are willing to start talking to your little ones by the time they hit the age of 12. I'm not telling you to tell them about pussy popping and long dick styles. No. Start teaching them the basics of relationships, morals and respect, and how you're supposed to be with a man and be with a woman and behave. Carry yourself like a true lady and a true man. I made this video a bit more graphic, a bit more profane, because I wanted to hit home, because we have seen too much bullshit in our society. Too many people are living the bullshit life, are getting married on bullshit pretexts and reasons, are thinking with bullshit logic. With that said, stay tuned for my more intense videos coming soon. Mr. Lemba, out.